But first, speaking of the Yes campaign, funded by big business, brought to you by Qantas, it has a huge amount of money and is now running a new ad, part of a reported $20 million advertising blitz over the last 3.5 weeks before the vote. Now, you've probably seen this ad already. Very emotional, very dishonest. In fact, it's so dishonest that it explains so much that's wrong with The Voice, a kind of Aboriginal-only parliament in our constitution. The ad stars this sweet young boy.
Will I grow up in a country that hears my voice? Will I live as long as other Australians? Will I get to go to a good school? Will I be able to learn my people's language? Will I be seen beyond the sports field, recognised by the decision makers of our country? Yes makes it possible.
Yes makes it possible. So many worries for that poor boy. Not going to live longer without The Voice. Is not going to go to a good school without The Voice. He can't be famous for anything except sport without The Voice. And I do worry for him. If we do vote against The Voice on October 14, then what's the future for this boy? Let's call him Sam. What then for Sam? This ad is saying his life is basically over. And don't you think that's actually a nasty thing to teach a bright young boy like Sam? It's hopelessness. And teach all those other Aboriginal children who will see this ad. You know, someone in the Yes 23 campaign that hired that boy should have done Sam a favour. They should have told him the truth. Well, they won't, so I will. Sam, I have great news for you. Those things you want, you can get them right now. You don't believe those people at Yes 23. You're told you only The Voice can give them to you. That's not true. Let me show you why your future is in your hands.
Will I grow up in a country that hears my voice?
Well, Sam, here's the first brilliant truth. We can hear you already. Obviously, you're in this ad. And that's just for a start. And Sam, you seem smart enough to figure other ways to get people's attention when you get older. I mean, you're already on the books of this advertising agency, Clemenger, and maybe we'll see more of you as an actor, for instance. But Sam, more importantly, when you're older, you get to vote. And that's the voice that every adult in this country already has. You go and ask the people in your Yes 23 campaign. Don't they vote as well? And if you want an even bigger voice, Sam, you could become an activist like them, or a writer, or a business leader, or a preacher, or an actor, or become a politician, like the 11 people in our federal parliament who also identify as Aboriginal. What a big voice you'd have then. And Sam, you asked another question.
Will I live as long as other Australians?
Well, more great news for you, Sam. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't live as long as any white or Asian kid. You just eat healthy food, you exercise, and you look after yourself. And of course, don't drink or smoke or do other dangerous stuff when you get older. You should be great. But all of it's actually up to you. The Voice can't magically make you live longer if you don't do it for yourself. And there was something else you wanted, Sam.
Will I get to go to a good school?
Well, I'm actually guessing by how well you speak that you're probably good at a good school already. And if you're not, then just ask Mum and Dad how they can get you to the one that you need. Maybe they can volunteer to help your school do better. There's plenty of options here. I wish I'd been that lucky, you know. Good schools. I wish I'd been as lucky as, say, Pat Dodson, the Aboriginal politician in the Yes campaign, who was sent to Monterey College in Victoria. People really dug in to get him there. And he became its school captain. So you ask around, Sam, because there's a lot more help out there these days to get a bright boy like you to a good school if you're not there already. And Sam, in the ad, you asked for something else.
Will I be able to learn my people's language?
Well, good news keeps coming, because you check out Stan Grant. In fact, nearly 80,000 people already speak an Aboriginal language at home. If you want to learn one too, you just start by asking your mum or dad. But you know, you take a tip from me. I can't speak a word of my grandfather's Frisian language, but I have to say, you can't beat English if you want to get ahead here. And Sam, you asked for another thing.
Will I be seen beyond the sports field, recognised by the decision makers of our country?
Of course you will. You can do anything you like right now if you work hard enough. This is such good news for you. You look around and you'll already see wonderful Aboriginal painters and singers and dancers and teachers and politicians and doctors, surgeons, Aboriginal writers, community workers and businessmen. Or go ask your parents to show you a $50 note. You see the face there, Sam? That's David Unapon, who was an inventor and a preacher, inspirational man. Or you check out some of my own Aboriginal heroes, Jacinta Nampijinpa Price, of course, our most exciting politician today. Millions listen to her. Albert Namatjira, one of our most famous painters. Harold Blair was an opera singer. John Newfong wrote wonderful newspaper columns. And now my friend Dr. Anthony Dillon does too. And heard of Captain Reg Saunders? Army officer, most admired. So Sam, you do not trust anyone telling you that Aborigines can only be sports people unless there's a voice. These Yes 23 people who made you say that, I know they wrote that for you, or the ad agency people did, they know it's not true. Because the Yes 23 campaign boss is actually Rachel Perkins. And she's a film director for a start. And her dad was Charlie Perkins, a famous man. I liked him, got on with him. The first Aborigine to lead a government department. And Sam, you go ask Rachel something important about all that, how she and her dad got to do something so tremendous, so cool. It sure wasn't because, let me tell you, sure wasn't because they sat around waiting for the voice to come around and drop it into their laps. And they worked for it. And it's now out there waiting for a bright guy like you to come do the same. The voice can't give all those good things to you. You must yourself get up and get them. And Sam, I have confidence that you can do it, and good luck to you.